goes inside. And then he tries to pick the lock. Because he's a bug, he can climb inside. He tries to pick the lock. He tries to get Pinocchio out of the jail that he's sort of collaborated himself into. You know, and it's interesting because if you read, for example, if you read Solzhenitsyn's Gulag Archipelago, which I would highly recommend, one of the things you find is that if you were arrested by the KGB, by the secret police in the Soviet Union, and you were hauled off to like a tribunal, before a judge, they wanted you to admit that you were guilty. You had to. Like, they torture you until you confessed, or you could just confess. And that, I always found that so mysterious. It's like they kick down your door. They know perfectly well that they haven't got any more on you than they've got on anyone else, and yet you have to go through the damn trial and you have to admit that they're right. It's like, why do they even bother with that? Why don't they just throw your sorry ass into the camp, which is essentially what's going to happen anyways? Why do they need your collaboration? You know, I've never quite figured that out. I think it's partly because they're not willing to let you stand in opposition to the rules, because the mere fact that you'll do that means that you exist as something that is allowed to exist outside the rules, and they're not having any of that. So that's part of it.